Okay, I've been blown away once again. Hello, I'm Sarah, and welcome to this week's episode. I honestly don't even know where to start. So, after exploring my subconscious mind for so long now, and feeling like I'd gotten so far with discovering memories from past lives, healing trauma and karma, although I hadn't really connected with a specific parallel self or guide very clearly, despite getting downloads of information when meditating, that happens every morning naturally. I kind of tap in that way, but no definite figures were coming through. Now, the week before last, I had a life-changing Akashic reading by one of my new favourite people in the world, Jennifer Louderback. If you haven't heard about an Akashic reading, I highly suggest you look it up and explore it. And I'm going to play my session now with Jennifer. Jennifer is a girl that I met through our quantum healing hypnosis course that we did last year. And our group has been very close ever since, the group that did the course together. So we kind of have been growing together and exploring, and a few of us have learned different modalities in the meantime as well. So I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm just going to play the session and I'll comment on the session after it. Enjoy!
Okay. How can Sarah better tune into her gifts? What should she be focused on right now? Where should she be focusing her energy?
Okay, Sarah. When you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay.
I've got my key. Okay. How can Sarah better tune in to her healing abilities? What should she be focused on right now? Where should she be focusing her energy? Okay, I'm standing somewhere looking out at like a grassy plain. The sky is blue. I feel wind. And I've got hair. I look like you. Your hair kind of blowing across your face. Looking out of this beautiful grassy plain, you see the golden tops of the grass just kind of waving. Waving like waves on an ocean. You often come here to relax and just kind of watch the waves. You haven't spent time at the ocean, but you've heard about the waves, and often imagine that the wind blowing across the tops of the grass is much the same. The ocean journey is the thing you find yourself spending the most time dreaming about. Because the journey is where it's all at. We must be on the right ship for sailing. Just pick the one that feels best. You will know it. That you will tour. I'm saying that you will tour a lot of ships. Go in and look around. Leave, it's not the right one. You might get on another ship, wondering if it's the right one. You might look around and leave. Because the ship you choose is the container for your journey. But the container does not make the journey. That is just the masculine aspect. What fills the container is the feminine aspect. I'm trying to figure out where this is going. So I'm seeing like this ship floating on the ocean and going across the water, and it's got like a black smoke like inside of it, and it's like it's not on fire or anything. It looks like it's just like a box that is like sitting on a boat, and it's filled with this like flowy dark vapor. And I'm getting this feeling of like warmth and stability and being held, and that container is really important for the vapor, because without the container, the vapor would be all over the place. Oh, this is an analogy for male and female, masculine, feminine energies. Of course it is. So the vapor would be all over the place if this container was not established for it to reside in. Let me go back to these questions because I'm not sure.
That's okay.
How can Sarah better tune into her healing gifts? I'm actually seeing you eat walking along on a beach. I can hear the ocean again. And I'm seeing like little jewels coming out of the sand. As you're taking like this relaxing, aligned walk. So you're keeping an eye out for shiny things. Have you ever looked for sea glass, Sarah?
Definitely shells. Anything that pops out in the sand, I'll pick up.
Yeah. Like, you go out and you're scanning for them out of your peripheral vision, right? Anything that looks interesting. But you're also taking in, like, the view, the more expanded view, and just kind of appreciating it. This is so beautiful. I love walking out here by the ocean. It's so fresh. I love this sand. I love this plain of grasses over here. And as you're walking, those little jewels sticking out of the sand catch your attention. And those jewels are the bits of wisdom that are coming up for you to examine. Your guides are so mysterious, Sarah.
Really? What do they look like?
Let me see. Oh. Okay. Okay, I see. He's like this. Yeah. This like little short man who's very, very fat. You know, like a Danny DeVito type.
Yeah.
Body type. And he's got like angel wings.
Yeah.
And he's bald and he has like a ring of white hair. And he of course is wearing a white toga. he's very, very fat and very short. And he's so cute. He's got the biggest cheeks. And he looks really jolly.
What's his name?
I'm not able to make any letters out of that. I don't.
That's okay.
Oh, he says you can call me. He says you can call me Gary.
Gary. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, he's so okay. And he's saying, yeah, so your soul is different than other souls that I have worked with so far, in that it originates from the angelic realm. And so your perceptions and experiences, and thus your guidance, is going to feel much different than somebody who is not from the angelic realm. And as I hear this, I can see him like kind of like move his hand, like explaining it to me.
Oh, thanks, Gary.
Okay, this is just very vague guidance. I'm wondering if there's anything more specific we can get as far as knowledge about how Sarah can tune into her healing abilities. Healing is innate and natural to you. Your particular abilities can be invested and developed in whatever direction you feel called to do, and you will be successful. You have an open talent, which means you can pursue what you like. They are showing, I'm seeing an option of healing with light. Reiki, maybe? Yeah, Reiki, because there's hands now.
Okay.
I see Reiki. And then I am also getting something with your voice, like a guiding of your voice. There's something you're doing there that is an innate talent of yours that can be developed more.
Like a guided meditation-y thing.
Yes, specific guided meditations for things that people are seeking help healing from.
Yeah.
They're showing that you don't have to worry about being aggressive in being seen. You are the feminine, and your job is to rest inside of the masculine container. So as you embody this loose, flowy, I am gently present vibe that you are so eloquently embodying, then innately, as your energy becomes more embodied, the masculine will respond and assist you to provide a structure. I'm wondering now if this is also referring to your physical life, to where you might not need to worry about working so much. Yes, it is. This is also directing to your physical life, where at some point you might consider trying less hard to be trying not as much. I'm sorry. Let me use my words here.
I understand you perfectly. You're doing really well.
To not, let me see if I can change the channel.
Not work so hard, because I do work too hard, I think.
Stressing and worrying, and your job is to be the juice, fill the container. Just if you relax, it also empowers the masculine to be a richer container, because the more embodied that you are in this softness and this flowingness, the more that inspires him to
Mhm.
continue supporting you. And your softness nourishes him.
Mhm.
Your rest, your relaxation, your softness. And
Yeah.
I'm feeling like breasts right now, like, you know, like the mother's bosom, like rest. You know, like, you don't have to work. It's okay. You're here. You're home.
Mhm.
And the more you provide that, the better your container is going to be able to support you.
Okay.
It also relates to your business, and that it's important for you to know that you don't need to be grinding. You don't need to put your nose to the grindstone.
Okay.
You don't need to work hard, because your signal is ethereal.
Mhm.
It's already out there. You're already emanating it. All you need to do is think about who you want to come to you.
Yeah.
Just focus on that. Who is coming to you for your medicine? Because you have medicine for them. That is your nature. That's the reason why you are in this physical body in this lifetime. Because you
Mhm.
have medicine. And so, as long as you focus on who it is that you would like to come in, they will
Mhm.
come to you. It will naturally flow. So
Mm.
there's no need to stress or worry or push or feel like you have to do anything that you might not have the energy or might not feel called to do at this time.
That's really helpful.
It's coming. It's coming. It's just when your signal says, I am ready to receive this new thing, it
Yeah.
will flow. And one of these reasons that things aren't flowing quite so fast yet is because your energy is being utilized elsewhere.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, picking out your ship. Okay, yeah, we're tying it back. Yep. That's where your energy is right now, right?
Yeah.
You're getting ready to like another one of those containers to fill with the soft energy. Oh, thank you for tying that together, Gary.
Thanks, Gary. Who else is there when you say they? Are there any other ones with Gary? Or is Gary my main man?
It looks like he's I can't tell if he's okay. He is telling me a guide. He's guide, an Akashic record guide. But are
Mhm.
you just from the Akashic records, or are you specific to Sarah? Yes, I work with Sarah. Okay. And yes, they, because we are not innately masculine or feminine.
Oh, yes, of course.
And so we also do not view ourselves as separate.
Mhm.
And so we are always a we and a they,
Mhm.
even though it appears as though I am here. It is to provide a focus point for our conversation
Yeah.
to take place. Thanks for clarifying, Gary.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it.
An Akashic Records guide. So you're an angel, Gary. I have been called that, yes. Cherubim. Oh. I haven't seen them like this before. It looks like it's like a radiating ball of light. It looks different than when I met Gabriel,
Mhm.
where he was like all wings and eyeballs. This is
Yeah.
just like an orb of like brilliant, sparkling diamond like light.
Mhm.
And I think he's showing me what how he views himself.
Mhm.
Thank you for that. That's his true form. What's your next question? Do you have more questions, Sarah?
if you
You would
could
like a
ask,
chance to ask.
yeah, like I'm really glad to have connected with Gary because it's the first time I've really probably connected with a guide, would you believe? After all of this journey. So I'm really glad to have connected with him, and if he wants to show up more, how can I connect with him stronger?
We are here all the time.
Mhm.
Of course, you know this. We are with you always.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how you feel us?
Through my heart.
When do you feel us through your heart?
When I'm meditating, connected to nature, music.
I am seeing music notes.
Yeah, music is a big thing.
It's showing me a note called C.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing feathers.
Yeah.
Is there a kind of signal that assists you to connect with our frequency? They're giving me the frequency now. I'm not sure how to give it to you. It's like a light, and it's like it's
I think I
let's
might
see.
know what it is. Is it kind of like a ding from... I think I'll have to send you this ding for you to know what I'm talking about.
Perfect. I'm sure that's it. Yes, that's it. This is when you can connect with them anytime you focus on this frequency.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you feel connected with them, just tag that emotion. That ding, that's our phone number per se. You can just pick us up and call us.
Amazing.
They say, of course, they can dial your phone number with much more ease because they're not in vehicles.
Yeah.
And so you do receive messages from all over your sphere instead of just one point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing sparkles. Also, like like when you're watching the water and it sparkles when the sun hits it.
Yeah.
Or when you go outside and you look at the snow and the sun fractals off the water just right. Oh, that's it. Yep. The sparkle that light makes off of water is a very good way to communicate with us because it is close to the light ray.
Yeah.
That we would identify as our true form.
Wow.
It's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, really
Okay.
good to know. So useful. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Gary?
He folds his hands like this and he says, Sarah, your questions are always welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And your vehicle is an acceptable conduit to ask them. Oh, I see. Yeah, you can ask yourself. You don't always have to go through somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
They said you have access to the Akashic records.
Mm-hmm.
You'll read them. It is a matter of convincing your mind that you can. Because your energy is open etheric, which the gift of this is that it doesn't have a defined form until you instruct it to.
When you say my energy is etheric, does that mean that... I know you said that my soul is kind of from the angelic realm. Does that mean that... Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Angels do not make a habit of incarnating,
Mm-hmm.
although it is important that your presence is here on Earth at this time. So you have taken some lifetimes. The majority of the information you carry within your Akashic library is imprinted energy. It is downloaded from other files.
Mm-hmm. Would that be the reason why I can't really connect? Like I can connect to past lifetimes on other planets, but it never really comes through very clearly.
Yes, they're not yours,
Mm-hmm.
and you are aware of this. It is just something that your vehicle did not have the data in it for.
Mm-hmm.
They are given to you to provide you the necessary context so that you could have the most successful mission here on Earth.
Mm-hmm. And are you aware of if I have a parallel self then?
I'm seeing there's some confusion in this. They're showing me that they're like souls are like waves on an ocean. Where occasionally a drop of water comes out and then it goes back in, but we're all the right fractals of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind phrasing your question in a different way? Because we wish to answer it thoroughly.
I'm wondering if there is a definite parallel self to my. I know that you're saying that different fractals of my soul exist, but is there parallels as such?
We, in the angelic realm, oh, I'm seeing a disco ball. That's perfect because it's got that shiny light. Oh, I love it. Okay. They're showing me that like the souls of angels it looks kind of like a disco ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's different because human souls are also similar to this, but they have much more separation between their tiles. And so their point of view is dramatically different.
Yeah.
Angels do have their own point of view and their own perspectives, but because they're not so separated, they don't have that strong ego. They don't have the me and them separation, because this disco ball is one piece.
Mm-hmm.
And so your soul from the angelic realm has many fractals that would be other angels.
Yeah. Okay. I get that.
There aren't any other incarnations active at this point in space-time.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Memories are imprints. They're downloads to make the transitions easier.
Just to make me feel like I'm normal on the Earth in the 3D world.
Yes, to be able to handle it. So you've got memories downloaded into your consciousness. Because souls that come in without imprints, without these memories, either encoded organically or downloaded from the database, have a much tougher time adjusting. And those tend to be the souls that die really young or commit suicide because they cannot, they don't have the tools to be successful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's really
this is the
interesting.
densest planet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, is there anything else you'd like to tell me that I need to know, Gary?
I'm seeing something about the color yellow.
Mhm.
Yellow for energy. Feel free to really tap into that
Mhm.
when you need a little extra. Wear yellow, go get in the sun.
Yeah.
Even yellow foods,
Mhm.
like orange juice or curry. They will help support that energy center if it is feeling worn.
Thanks.
And he said, keep in touch, will ya?
Yeah, of course. Oh,
Sarah, do you want to say anything else? Or
if
have
you're,
any more questions?
I don't have any questions myself. If you feel compelled to go anywhere, but I myself, I've gotten so much from this.
Have you been to heaven before?
Heaven.
In your memories? The astral realm?
Not that I am aware of. No, I can't remember.
So we're in the library now.
Mhm.
And it's got the shelves that go so high. I can't see the top of them.
Mhm.
I'm not over where your book is anymore. I'm just seeing like a general location. Oh, when you want to come, we certainly can. We don't have to go today if you're not interested.
Oh yeah, I'm interested if it's something that you can do.
I'm here.
Yeah, you go ahead and look in and see, dive straight in.
The floors, they've been white every time I've come here.
Mhm.
But the building itself is made of gold, and the frequency here emits this rich tone.
Mhm.
Like the tone that Gary gave me for your guides was like, it was a lot of like light and and this is a richer ooh, like yeah, it is much richer and more of a golden
Mhm.
frequency. Okay, so I'm walking outside now. I'm leaving the hall. There's not a door. It's just an opening because there's really not like weather here. You know, you don't have to keep the dirt out because there's no dirt. Like it's just clouds. Ether energy. Okay. So I'm gonna go walk down a path. I'm walking down a path and there are golden bricks under my feet. And instead of like grass or soil,
Bless you.
there's fluffy clouds on the ground.
Mhm.
Just like fluffy clouds, and they're cotton candy pink, just really, really soft. The sky here is a twilight color. It's pink and orange, and it has it's the mid-astral realm. And that's why that's the color of twilight, because it is neither day nor night. It's in the middle. Okay, so it's always like but it's not a dark twilight, Sarah. It's bright. It's like that beginning of sunset when you first start to see the
Yeah,
colors get rich with the orange and the pink and the yellow and
my favorite part.
oh, it's beautiful. I see other buildings. It's not crowded. It kind of resembles a campus, like a college campus almost.
Mm-hmm.
And they're golden as well. Oh, nope, there's one that's stone. Okay. That's the tapestry hall,
Mm-hmm.
where you would call it the universal record
Mm-hmm.
is encoded in an art form that you can see here. And so I'm inside this building, and the floor is made of stone here. It's different from the other buildings in the astral realm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at this long formation on the wall. It looks like a rug, but it doesn't have a carpet feel. I see like the threads almost look metallic. Like they look like they're not made of of course they're not made of earth fibers. Oh, that's why it looks different. They're made of etheric fibers, and so they don't have the imperfections the fibers on earth look like. And that's why it doesn't look like a fluffy rug.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these different colored threads, quartz, are like on here, and I can see them weaving in and out. Oh, yours. I see your thread. It's light blue,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes from the border. It's like the threads like come out of, not out of the wall, but they just kind of like appear out of like, I can see them coming in out of the ether.
Yeah.
And yours comes in and it just dives like right in. Ka-choom! And it looks like it's relatively like a smooth path for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too rocky. But the color of this thread is significant. The frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is your color, Sarah. The color of your soul color.
Blue.
Yeah. It's like a like baby blue, just bringing softness and unconditional love, and I'm hearing grace to the world. What a gift. I'm seeing where you're kind of showing me how your thread is like next to the other ones and how it kind of like weaves together. Is that your partner? You have a partner right now?
Yeah.
Weaves together with your partner and is like, it's so funny because it's not woven with other threads, but oh yeah, the pattern that they make when it's like a different color in the middle of them.
Yeah.
That's a significant part, is the contrast
Mm-hmm.
and the harmony. Okay, so they're zooming me out now, and I'm looking at this tapestry, and it looks like a watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's all kinds of wow. It reminds me of like a knitted sock. You know, I mean, where they've got like the colored ball of yarn and then you knit it up and it makes like this really like weird like pattern. It's beautiful because there's so many colors, but there's I don't see anything like I can't bring any coherence
Yeah.
out of it.
It's pretty to look up, but there's no like pattern.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a grandma who's passed over?
I
She's short?
Unless my two grandmas are alive right now.
There's an ancestor.
Oh, a great granny.
Somebody
Yes.
for you.
I was close to my great grandma.
There's a little lady here who's come and she looks really excited. Oh my gosh, she's smaller than me. Maybe 5 feet tall, maybe 5'2", like not a tall woman, and she's very slender. And she's got her hair looks like it's permed, and it's short, and it almost like her curls are almost shaped in almost like a donut around her head.
Yeah.
Like smoother here and then up at the ends. And
what's her name?
She's wearing pants. She's still wearing human clothes, so she hasn't been an angel for an extremely long time. It starts with a D. I'm not sure. Okay, she's talking to me, and I'm trying to figure out how to hear her. She's talking with her hands quite a bit, like she's kind of like she's really happy to see me. Something about I want to say pasta. That feels weird. It feels weird to say that.
Noodles? Could be noodles.
Does she have a recipe?
I'm not sure, because I do love noodles, and for some reason I connect with a Japanese lady sometimes. Is she Japanese? No.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to. If she was, she's not able to convey that. What an interesting. You have something to show us? Okay, so we're walking now. We're leaving the tapestry hall. And again, there's no door. It's just totally open. Anybody can just walk in anytime they want. And there's other people here standing around. It looks very much like a campus, just students. We come here to learn our lessons, to study them. Oh, we get the lessons from Earth. Then we come up here and we study them. It is the place for learning. Here in the mid-astral plane. I'm passing the healing temple. There's an angel there who's he's got like a Roman looking haircut. He's the attendant, one of the attendants for the temple, and there's like a line of people. He's waving. Okay, we'll go over. We're gonna go to the healing temple because the angel. Yes. He says humans always, never wait. Always come up right to the front of the line. Okay. I'm wondering, can Sarah come into the healing temple. Do you have any resistance, Sarah?
No
Can you-
when you say resistance, what do you mean?
Can you feel it and see it?
Yes,
So
I have no resistance.
this gilded building.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, I'm going inside,
Mhm.
and there are stained glass windows at the top. They're very, that's how the light is coming in.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can think about bringing your frequency through. And maybe we can go through the lights. Sarah, is there anything you'd like healing support with today?
I'd love to heal my out of control eating.
Mhm.
And like
Mhm.
just tap into just let it go. Heal my eating habits.
Okay. Yellow. So there's I'm standing under this yellow stained glass window, and there's light coming in, and it's filtering through the crystal, through the yellow crystal, and I feel heat in my gut. Not just around my navel, but up higher in my gut.
Yeah.
And liver. It's the liver. I almost have this feeling of nausea coming up. Like it needs to get out.
Yeah.
Like there's some energy there that wants to be released. And I think that's what the yellow light is. Just give me a minute here. Let me see if I can kind of work on releasing this. Can you take a couple of deep breaths? And when you breathe out, blow, imagine yourself blowing any blockages away out through the bottom of your body. Okay, it's getting better. We store extra emotions in our liver. They're not meant to stay there long term because those emotions are energy in a physical form. This energy is not meant to remain stagnant in the human body. When it remains stagnant, and we've placed it in a closet, in an organ, in a body tissue, it remains active, and these become energy hotspots. These energy hotspots eventually cause physical problems. They cause a physical manifestation of that emotional electrical energy. Because we are electrical beings first and foremost. So what you're experiencing is a manifestation. It is like a timer ding lets you know that there is extra energy there that needs to be released. Energy in the matter of emotional suppressions. And when you feel this need to eat, what this is a signal that your nervous system is telling your body to run from the bear. I'm seeing a picture of a previous Akashic record reading I did for Yana. And I think they want, if you can, go take a listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like some support, that has some good information from it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a nervous system thing. Because that feeling comes when those emotions, when you begin to relax enough, when they're coming up and they want to be released, and we find that scary. Excuse me. And so we go to eat because we feel as if we are under threat. The secret is, excuse me, see if you can begin making a practice of how to identify them.
Mm-hmm.
What am I feeling? You might not, because it's not about the eating itself. It's about the reason that that craving comes. Whoop, I'm getting a really strong ringing in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, okay. Punctuate that point. It's not about the eating. It's about the reason that our body is feeling stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Because our body believes what we are perceiving. So if we are perceiving, we're ringing again. Yes, if we are perceiving things that are stressful or unpleasant, like the news, or like scary movies, violence. Yes, that is the word where they like violence. Is violence. So if you can, attempt to filter this, because you are not meant to ingest many of these frequencies. Okay, let's go to red. Yeah, I'm going into the red now.
Mm-hmm.
Red is your nervous system. Red is your body, your response to the world around you.
Mm-hmm.
Red is your feeling of safety. Red is your home, both physically and emotionally and mentally. It is your set point. I'm also feeling red energy come through, and it's really rich. And it's warm, and it has this really deep, resonant. Wood can be a good element to identify with.
Mm-hmm.
A frequency, yeah. A wooden, kind of like really rich and strong.
Yeah.
Grounding. The grounding. Wooden, like a tree grounding.
Yes.
Oh.
That makes sense.
I'm receiving instructions now for you on how to give some grounding support. Oh, we're ringing. Okay, we're getting into the meat and bones of it now. Okay. First, instructions on how to ground as a tree. Many humans haven't been properly trained to ground. The angel is here, the attendant, and he's kind of talking to me, you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's showing me that the soul of a tree is
Mm-hmm.
right where the trunk begins to transition into the roots.
Mm-hmm.
That is like us with our heart, right? Because we have like our tree trunk with our leaves. It extends upwards towards the ether in the heavens.
Yeah.
And then the roots of the tree is where they drop nourishment. And
Mm-hmm.
so if you can imagine yourself as a tree,
Mm-hmm.
imagine yourself as a tree when you wake up during the day when you're feeling a little scattered.
Yeah.
In the evening when you're like, you want to zone out. First, before you do that, imagine yourself as a tree,
Mm-hmm.
or do it after you do it. And your lower chakras down into your roots, get in your roots. And he's showing me this drawing up of this electrical current from the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You can just do this in your mind's eye. It is effective because we are energetic beings,
Mm-hmm.
same as the earth. And so you just focus on drawing up the current into your body. And let that current nourish you. Because there is sometimes for humans, many times for humans on earth now, there is a lot of current coming in from above. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing that the top of the trees, like, got the wind and it's got the sun and the pollution.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all these buffeting things that are coming at the tree. But the tree needs to be grounded to be stable.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how the tree can not really be bothered by these
Yeah.
things. Even when it's time for trees to die, they still remain rooted. They
Mm-hmm.
still remain grounded because their heart is there at the ground level.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Focus on grounding.
Thank you for that.
I'm also seeing I'm going into a different color. It's blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's indigo. And I'm feeling like there's like some energy that needs to be cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Are you having trouble receiving at all with your third eye?
Yeah. I'm like trying to open it.
It's yeah. Have can you try to do some breaths where you when you breathe out, push the breath out through it and see if you can visualize the energy blowing away.
Yeah.
Just take a couple minutes and try that. And when you breathe in, see if you can pull up from the ground like you're like a tree. When you're focusing when you find a block in your energetic field, imagine it in your mind. See if you can see it with your eye. See the block, see that clog of energy. It's just like a dark blob of stuck energy. And then pull up the energy from the earth, that grounding energy, because you don't want to use your energy. Always make sure, because you're going to make sure you fill that space, that dark, stagnant energy with fresh, new, grounded energy. And imagine yourself blowing it through. Blow it away. And breathe out until you can no longer see that stagnant energy or perceive it within your energy field. It's getting better. Ooh, I think it's working, Sarah. I'm feeling acceptance. This is about perception. We are taught how to perceive from a very young age. We learn how to perceive from those around us. We have the capability of perception beyond what we are consciously aware of. We can perceive light spectrums that our conscious mind has trouble deciphering. We can perceive sounds that our brain has not yet learned to hear. At one point in your physical body, you were capable of perceiving everything about the energy fields around you. And as you learned to operate, you learned how to channel your frequency of perception to match those around you. This is a survival mechanism. Of course, it is time now for us to begin expanding our range of perception. And so that might be a good outcome to keep in mind if you are working on removing, improving your sensical input. This expansion of perception. You're simply learning to perceive things in a different way. And so it might be when you think of somebody, think of their energy and how it feels, and just see if you can correlate that to a sound. See if you can, if you think about somebody, identify them with a color. Wow, what does their energy feel like? And when you're actively using your third eye with intention, it does help affirm to your subconscious mind and to yourself that you can do this. You are learning how to do this. And that is what you are. You are learning how to do this. That word acceptance again. Accept that you can perceive these things. Okay, I guess we're done because I'm being escorted outside.
out you
It
go.
was like I was in there and then I was like, okay, and now he's like, thanks for coming by.
Oh, wow. That was so amazing.
Time is short for the living. And so they never have to wait. He says, come back anytime that you would like assistance healing. Everybody is welcome. And the living never have to wait because time is too precious for them. There's another angel coming out. Again, he's wearing a white toga and he's got wings. He's got red hair though.
Yeah.
And he's walking with me so gently. He says that you are divinely loved unquestionably supported, and there is no way you can mess it up. You can't mess this up because you are not here in any way, in a defined fashion, he says. There is no messing up because no matter which way you go, it is the right way. As long as it is something that you are, that feels good to you.
Yeah.
It's very sweet, and I just get like this, like, I
Oh.
just want you to know, like, we love you so much, like,
Oh.
kind of feel.
Has he got a name? Have they got a name, should I say?
David.
David.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.
Okay, are we ready to close, Sarah? Ooh.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right.
So, if you're still listening here, I can imagine you might be a little bit blown away, especially with the part where souls who come to Earth, who haven't had any lives before, actually have imprinted memories to help them adapt to this world and help them feel connected to humans, I suppose. I absolutely loved the part of the healing temple where Jen was actually able to tap in to where I had blockages in my body, in around my liver area, which we were able to shift through that tree grounding technique. We're able to really shift those energies. What a wonderful technique, and I've been using it ever since. So it's really, really useful. I recommend you try it as well. And yeah, I got so much. I got more out of that Akashic reading than I have done in a long time. Quantum hypnosis is amazing as well. Obviously it's just another healing modality, and I really enjoy it, and I will continue to do it for my clients. But I'm also studying to do Akashic readings as well because I feel it's invaluable. It really is. I was so grateful to have been introduced to two of my angel guides, which I hadn't met before. And ever since, I've been quite connected to them, so that's another huge, it was amazing. As you can imagine, and this goes without saying, that I cannot recommend Jen enough for an Akashic reading. I'll leave her details in the show notes below, where you can make a booking on her website and Instagram. Jen is such a beautiful soul. I see her as a walking angel. She's just pure bright light, and she's so jolly, and she just loves laughing, and you'll absolutely love her. I appreciate her so much, and I can imagine you will too, especially if you'd like to get more clarity in your lives and would like to explore your Akashic record, where your soul's information of the past, present and future is stored. All of the information that has ever existed related to souls is stored in the Akashic records. There's huge healing in having a reading done. And yes, I just blown away. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please let me know your comments. You can find me on Instagram as well as Jen, and I'm so grateful that you've been listening today. Have a great week and happy Paddy's Day. Cheerio.